Okay, what we have here is called a biangular transformer machine. Now, it probably sounds pretty fancy, but really all it is it's a machine that can be moved into 5 different movements, all right? All by adjusting both the arm, which is right here. All you do is pull this out, and this goes either up for certain movements, or again, you pull it out and you put it back to the lower part. Okay, so the first one I'm gonna do, first you select your weight, okay? First one I'll show you is the shoulder press. What you do is, and it's already set up in the seated position, okay? And all you do is with this kind of handle here, you can choose between different ways you can put your hands. Either you can put them like this, or like this. Me personally, I like to put them here. So again, you want to make sure you're standing up nice and tall. You don't want to be slouching or anything like that. Nice and tall, sitting up, okay? And then all you do is when you're ready, you bring the weight up and control it as you come down. So again, up and then down, up and then down, controlling the weight throughout its entire range of motion. Up, down. So again, that's the shoulder press for this specific machine. Now, if you'd like to transition into a lat pull down, what you would do is you would come over here, move the arm adjustment so that it is all the way up, okay? Now again, you sit down. Actually, you probably have to grab onto it first, but grab onto the handle, sit down, and you pull down, okay? Control the weight as you go back up, pull down. Control the weight as you go up and pull down. Again, you can put your hands in different positions. Control the weight, pull down. Control the weight, pull down. So that's the lat pull down. Another way you can use this machine is down here. Again, like a lot of the other machines, there are these little yellow tabs. What you do is you pull the tab out, and you can scoot this forward. Now we're in an incline press. So again, the incline bench press that we showed you just before, this is essentially the same thing, only it's a machine. So again, you sit down in the machine, you lay back, you can put your hands in different positions. For the incline, I like to put them here. So again, you just bring it up, control the weight, down and up, down, up, down, up. Now, notice one thing that's important is to not bang the weight around, okay? Controlling the weight, not letting it control you. Now, the lat or the high row. So we're gonna put it back into the seated position, move this arm adjustment all the way up, okay, and now we're gonna sit on the machine facing the mat. So different angles mean different muscles, different effectiveness. So back here, if you look, here's kind of a list of the different things that you can do on this machine. Now, if you look, the bench press and the incline bench is pretty similar to the same thing. So it's about the same angle. But again, you have the shoulder press, the incline and the bench press, the high row, the lat pull down, and the lat row. So again, a couple different things, different angles, work different muscle groups. And again, another thing that's very important with this, any other thing that you do in here, you must control the weight, don't let it control you. Okay, this next machine is another multi-purpose machine where you can do 2 different movements in the same machine. So, the first one that I'll show you is called the rear deltoid movement. Okay, so what you do is up here you can adjust where this arm swings. So if you want to do the rear deltoid, you have to bring it all the way back to a little spot where it says D. Okay, there's this little piece of tape here that indicates where you are. So if you want the deltoid part, you go all the way back to the D. Okay, and so the same thing for the other arm. Now, once you've picked or chosen your desired weight, all you simply do is sit down with your chest to the back of the seat. You hold on to the handles like so. Then you simply bring the weight back. Forward, back to forward. Again, notice I'm not banging the weight around. I'm controlling it, working on the rear deltoid, which is the back shoulder. Again, this is another kind of nice machine where it tells you kind of step by step how to use it, or which muscles are being used, what you should look like when you start, what you look like when you finish. Now, if you want to flip it around and now do the chest fly or the pec fly, what you do is you need to first move these arms. So you're going to pull these yellow tabs, okay, bring them all the way around to whatever number you would like. I usually go to number 2, but again, that's just me. Whatever your personal preference is, that is your personal preference. So again, you adjust the arms so that they're now out to the side of you. So again, you hold on, grab onto them. You're out here, bring them in. So again, I'm not banging the weights around, I'm not banging the arms together, I'm controlling the weight while still getting a good contraction for my pectoral muscles. So again, moving them out, in. These are called the chest fly. I think you can realize why, because it looks like I'm flying like an eagle. So again, out and in, chest fly. And that is how you use this machine for both the rear deltoid and your chest or the pectorals. So in this corner over here, we have our dumbbells. So we have everywhere from 5 pounds all the way up to 100. Now, I'm not going to take the time to go over all the different types of things you can do with dumbbells because that would take hours. Now, the things I would like to cover are just some quick safety points. Like I've said the entire video so far, only take the weight and use the weight that you can control. Never try to take hundreds if you're only used to doing 30s. Okay? Be smart. Use the weight that you can use. If you need a spotter and there's people in here, grab a spotter. If not, downsize the weight just so that you don't hurt yourself. So again, dumbbells all the way from 5 to 100. Control your weight. Pick a weight that's smart for you. Use spotters. And more importantly, just use common sense. Just like anything you do in here, common sense goes a long, long way. All right, this next movement, this next machine, it's called the lat pull down or the latissimus dorsi pull down. The reason why it's called that is because it works your latissimus dorsi muscle, which is kind of like this little fin looking muscle on your back. It also works a little bit with your rhomboids, depending on how you do it, your traps and your delts as well. So kind of overall a back movement. The way you do it, it's very simple, self-explanatory style movement. But first you have to, like any other machine, you have to choose which weight you want, okay? So again, you want to choose a weight that you can control, that doesn't control you. The next thing you do is you sit down and you want to make sure that you're comfortable with this little stopper here. So for me, I can't really get my legs all the way in there. You want to be able to have your shins touching this blue mat. Now, I can't do that because this is too tight. So what I'm going to do is, like any other machine, pull the yellow, kind of get this up, and now I can sit all the way forward with my shins touching this other blue mat down here. So this is comfortable for me. All right. Next, what you do, again, you have your weight set. You can hold it in tight. You can go out wide. If you really want to work your back muscles, your lat muscles, you want to go furthest out that you can. So you grab a really good hold of the bar. You go ahead, sit down, get your legs in position, and you pull it down to your chest. Okay? Controlling the weight as you go back up, pull it down to your chest. Now, the longer you hold it, 1, 2, and back up, okay, the more resistance, the more of a contraction you'll get. If you're just doing this really fast, you're not going to get as effective lift. You want to control yourself, bring the weight down and up, down and up. Nice and controlled. So again, with the lat pull down, very simple, very effective movement. when working your lat muscles, your rhomboids, traps, and delts. All right, now this little tower right here, this little kind of extension to the lat pull downs, it's a nice machine because you can use it at different angles. You can have it all the way up here if you're doing a lat pull down or push down like we did just before. You can bring it all the way down here, attach the attachment, use it for bicep curls. You can use it with this single arm extension right here. Okay, you can pop this on there, and with that you can hold on here and do this sort of movement. So with this little tower right here, there's a lot of different things that you can do, and even in a way to help you, there are little pictures on this beam showing you different ways that you can use just this little tower right here. So again, just a nice little extension to the lat pull down to work anywhere from your biceps to your triceps to your back muscles, and I guess any other way that you can find to use it. Okay, this next machine here, it's a neck machine. This is something that if you were trained to be a football player, a wrestler, hockey, or just want to really strengthen your neck, this is something that you should definitely do if you're getting a lot of contact. Now, the way you do this machine, first you need to adjust the seat to your height, okay? And really the only way you can really do that is by playing around with it. But the way you move it up and down is you simply lift up on the blue pad and then it'll come down. Now, if you want it to come up, all you have to do is kind of pick it up and it moves up, down. So again, once you have your height, let's see here. Okay, so this would be a good height for me because the back part of my head is right on these blue pads. So again, we fit on it nice. You hold on to the handles here and you just say yes with your head. So again, using nothing but your head and your neck to move the weight back and forth. Now, along with that, you can switch it up. If you see, there's handles back here as well. So as you sit in here, hold on to the handles and you put your forehead on there. And again, you use your head and your neck to move the weight back and forth. Now, you can go sideways as well. So if you sit sideways, you put your ear in here, hold on to the handles, and you go sideways. So again, a four-way neck machine where you can really strengthen your neck, which will in turn strengthen up your shoulders, and so on and so forth. So again, very, very important, especially if you're involved in any sort of contact sport. If you do anything where your head may be getting hit or anything, do something with this. It will strengthen your neck to prevent that whiplash kind of action. All right, these next two type of objects right here are mostly used for sit-ups, abdominals, things like that. Now, they're both very similar. They just look a little different. Now, what you do to get into these are very simple. What you do is you sit up here and you hook your legs in, okay? Now, once your legs are hooked in, you just lay back and start doing sit-ups, okay? Very, very easy, very self-explanatory. But again, you hook your legs in to get out, you unhook them, in, out, do the abs, comprende, you're done. So for this object right here, really it's the same concept as this other sit-up. The only difference is you can move the incline up a little bit. The setup's a little different. This one, you can move this part of it, but again, same concept, same movement, just a little bit different how you lock your feet in.